Several state governments are set to relax labor laws to attract more multinationals to set up factories and offices in their states. In the latest development, the DMK government in Tamil Nadu has passed a bill in the assembly for 12-hour shifts. Beyond politics, there's an angle of employee welfare. What does the bill entail? What will it mean for the workforce? To speak on this, I have my senior colleague Giri Prakash with me. Giri, thank you for joining. My first question to you is: isn't the existing labor laws good enough to attract foreign investment? Given that foreign companies that have already set up their factories work under the existing laws.
Yeah, they are good enough. Only thing is to make it more attractive to foreign investors. The way states look at it is that they want to actually get as much of foreign investment as possible. And there's a lot of competition going on around among states. So I assume they believe that if they're able to actually make it more, they relax the labor laws, then it will become more attractive for foreign investors and say foreign manufacturing companies to set up shop here in those respective states.
How attractive are these new labor laws and does it actually benefit the employees?
Let me clarify. They are attractive for the foreign investors. I'm not so sure whether they are actually good enough or these laws have taken care of the employees' interests as well. But let me read out to you what are the major changes that have happened. And apparently, this is because of because of Foxconn, which is a Taiwanese manufacturing company which manufactures Apple iPhones, and they were pushing for such reforms, and so they have got that. So some of the big ones are like say two-shift production can take place earlier, which is something similar to what's happening in China, and also. The other thing is about the number of working hours in a day has gone up from 9 to 12 hours for 4 consecutive days before taking 3 days off. All right, allowable overtime hours have been increased from 75 to 145 over a 3 month period, but maximum working hours have been capped at 48 per week. The significant one certain safety measures that employers must implement, such as transport facilities equipped with CCTV and GPS and stuff like that. So, so I assume these labor laws, the relaxed labor laws, have to be read along with the fact how what are the kind of safety measures that that these labor also talk about when it comes to protection of women employees.
Yeah, actually, that was supposed to be my next question, Giri. Do these change in laws give enough protection to the employees as well, especially women employees, their safety when it comes to working 12 hours at a stretch and night shifts, of course.
See, there have been instances in Karnataka, for example, the Western facility in Kolar. There was a few years back employees went on rampage saying that they were not paid as they had been promised on their contract letters, and a probe was conducted, and they found out that there was a lot of violations of labor law regulations, and hence that had driven employees to strike work, and some apparently miscreants took advantage of that, and they um, also sort of created a lot of unrest. Now, one of the reasons was, of course, they were not paid as per their working hours, and but there is a bit of an issue here that from what trade unions talk about, and I'll quote what trade unions talk about the new labor laws. They said that the new labor laws are because of a lot of inputs from the Indian industry lobby group and foreign companies like Foxconn and Apple, but there has been no mention of whether any kind of consultations uh, the Karnataka government had with labor groups or trade unions. Now, this is some kind of a theme which may run through most states who are planning to tweak their labor laws, and it's important that the trade unions actually take up the matter seriously and insist that while they are good enough um, for getting more foreign investments, they should be equally good enough or slightly more uh, for workers as well.
Thank you for your inputs, Giri. Viewers, for more such videos, please log on to thefederal.com. Also visit our social media pages and also our YouTube page. Thank you.
Subscribe to the Federal's YouTube page for more interesting updates.